आप करिए भी। Yes, yes. Thank you. Okay to start? Good evening, and I'm very honored to be here to address the Vishisht Nagrik Sammelan. Whenever I speak standing anywhere in Bengal, I start with a little hesitation, a hesitation which comes in my mind because this is the land which Gopalakrishna Gokhale had said, if Bengal thinks today, India thinks tomorrow, meaning you're always well ahead of times in the way in which you perceive the society, the country, and how human resource and the cultural richness of India is positioned, is thought through, and used for building the nation. And therefore, when I stand here to address particularly Visishta Nagrik, it's somewhere in the back of my mind that, I'm standing before people who have already seen so many things and strengthened the hands of India, so there's not much I can tell you all. But yet, because of the way in which in the last 50 years Bengal has gone through a roller coaster ride, it has seen such turbulence, it has seen such ups and downs. That very Bengal for which the entire country would stand up with respect, bow its head with respect, read every material which is generated in Bengal, read translations of it if they are not good with Bengali. But that which strongly influences nationalists in this country, it is Bengal that churned the materials out. It is Bengal that actually gave the germ of thought as to how this country can look forward and build itself purely on its own terms. And therefore, when I stand here, the hesitation is simply not because I'm talking to a state, talking to a people who would have had advanced knowledge of how to go about it, but it's also because it is necessary for us to stand up and speak for Bengal. Bengal will speak for India. Bengal will speak for itself. But those, the likes of myself, come here because we've drawn inspiration from the state, inspiration from the thought leaders here, and Bengal's cultural richness infuses strength for all nations. And therefore today, when we have concerns, people of Bengal have concerns, it is a good opportunity for us to share our thoughts and see where the challenges lie. And that is why I'm here, and therefore the few things that I like to say here is this Bengal, which contributed nearly 25% of India's manufacturing GDP, today contributes less than 3%. Exact numbers can always be put forth. And it is this Bengal which, having been one of the richest states of India, Its annual per capita income was one of the highest in the country in 1947. Today it is ranked in one of the bottommost. West Bengal's growth rate was 5.5%, while All India average was just 4.6%. It was higher than the national average. And this was up to, say, 2010. But gradually, it has come down further and further. That today, we are seeing a Bengal bereft of all its industries. Industries are not remaining here. And if your per capita income is coming down, industry is not here to generate jobs, your per capita consumption expenditure will naturally be lesser. As of 25th February 2024, this year, in both the rural and urban areas, Bengal's monthly per capita consumption expenditure, which is a very strong indicator to understand how people are able to spend for their families, it was one of the lowest in Bengal. Bengal ranked the lowest in rural, 6th lowest in rural, and 8th lowest in urban categories. It is not to say that some states are better, some states are poorer. Northeastern states, you would tend to think, because they're cut off, the communication and also connectivity are all improving. They are smaller in terms of total economic activity, and therefore, when I say this, it is not to say Northeast is less and Bengal is better, or Bengal is this and Northeast is not. But they are relatively smaller in terms of the total economic activity which can happen in those states. Monthly per capita consumption expenditure of Bengal is lower than each of the 8 northeastern states. So you get the point I'm trying to convey to you. Bengal, which was the leader in manufacturing, contributing 25% in 1947, gradually coming down, your monthly per capita income coming down, per capita consumption expenditure coming down. Look at where we are today. Today, I did say it's less than 2021, Bengal's total industrial production was just 3.5%, 24% during emergency. Industries have gone out from here. And when I say industries have gone out from here, I also want to highlight the fact it's not as if this part of India is no longer attractive for industry. You tend to think that industries which go to the northeast are normally the core sector industries like cement, because there's a lot of limestone available in some parts of northeast. Or you tend to think bamboo processing industries will go to northeast because there's a lot of bamboo growing there. But all of you all equally would be aware that India's own big ticket investment in chip manufacturing has gone to Assam, crossing Bengal and going off to Assam. Bengal, which was the leader for industries, could not be proactive to attract industry to say, come do it. In other words, you tend to think when the ecosystem exists in some area, frontier industries such as technology-driven industries which need that kind of an ecosystem's benefit, chip manufacturers, for instance, would go to that area which has the ecosystem. I'd like to present before you Was the ecosystem already as matured as it is in Gurgaon or Bangalore already for the chip? In Guwahati? There was a proactive government which went saying, come please, set it up here, we'll do everything that it requires for a manufacturer like chip manufacturer to be coming over. It went to Gujarat, it went there to Assam. Is it difficult to imagine that if you had a proactive government here, that could have been set up in Kolkata or Durgapur or somewhere here? So when I speak with a deep sense of anguish, we need all these industries in India, they need to be set up in India, and I would like to see Bengal reaching that glory. 24% manufacturing in our national GDP, manufacturing industries contribution from Bengal. You need to be proactive. And when it is proactive, you see the result. Ease of doing business is no word here. The other element which is important for us to understand as to what's happening in Bengal, why industries don't come here, and because industries don't come here, what impact it has on Bengal itself. Even till 2010, meaning even despite the communist governments, net migration into Bengal was in the positive territory. Meaning people go out, some people come here because there is opportunity here. The balance of the two was still in Bengal's favor till 2010. So when migrant laborers come here, because opportunities exist here, you're able to have a lot of productive activity and therefore generate income, generate economic activity. And at that time, Bengal's capital formation was about 6.7%. Now it accounts only for 2.9% capital formation. Meaning, people are not investing in Bengal, creating capital. And unless capital formation happens, you're not going to have industry or activities coming in here. Migration was net to your positive at that time, even till 2010. But this gradual downward trend in capital formation, gross capital formation, has not been reversed since after the TMC government has come into play. You need to reverse it. You need to have capital formation here in Bengal. Low value manufacturing. You don't even have a vibrant manufacturing sector any longer here. Purely because of policy flip-flop, mafia rule, tola-bazi, and corruption. I've sort of made it a khichdi. You can start with tola-bazi, mafia rule, and go for corruption, so you will get TMC. Right? Tola-bazi, mafia rule, and corruption, TMC. So there is no attempt to reverse the downward trend in gross capital formation. The downward slope is not getting corrected because you are perpetrating a system which is extractive of industry. You are extracting your own rent seeking and other things through the industry, and therefore who will want to be here? And it's not as if I am saying it today or some leaders who come from other states who are saying it here. In 2019 June, Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee herself said it. She asked all the representatives of her party to return the cut money. So I'm not saying it. It had gone to such an extent that she had to call her party's representatives and say, enough, band karo, paisa वापस करो. फिर भी नहीं हुआ. See, the captive slogan given was Ma, Mati, Manush. And with a captive slogan like that, you think this party is going to be immensely serving the cause of the poor. But you know, it breaks your heart to know that most of the C part of the corruption of the TMC is sucking out money from schemes which are meant for the poorest of the poor. Manush kahan hai bhai? Manush, माँ, माटी, मानुष. माँ का विषय में आती हूं बाद में. I'll come talking about संदेश काली, talking about others. माँ नहीं रही बंगाल में. If Ma has got to be hurt, bled and insulted, that first Ma I will come to talk with great sorrow in my heart. Mati, of course, in the Tolabazi, Mati, how many land kabza vishay? I'll come to that again. But come to the Manush. We are people who are working for poor and generously accuse Modi, you're not doing anything. Your stepmotherly treatment for Bengal. Every bit of corruption in Bengal starts with the Manush. Look at the examples I want to give you. The PDS scam. Who benefits from PDS? Who benefits from public distribution? Who benefits? Tatas, Ambani, Adani? Who? Manush. Chote Manush. And it is not just as if I'm saying there was PDF scam. West Bengal's forest minister, Jyoti Priya Malik, was arrested under the multi-crore ration distribution system, PDS. Okay, I'm not saying it. The minister got arrested for it. Midday meal scheme. Midday meal kisko diya jata hai? Who is getting served with midday meal scheme? Poor school children who come to school, and because there's food given to them, there is confidence in the parents' mind. ठीक है, school भेजो, बच्चे को कुछ खाना मिलेगा. At least some food will be given to my child, so let them go to school. You're taking away the poor child's meal. The poor student who's come to school hoping along with education he'll get some food, उस बच्चे का food को छीन ले रही हो? You're robbing the food of the poor. How many? You know, numbers are shocking. Bengal, whatever happens, happens big. Happens big. It influences in a big way. It has a great impact on the nation. The entire freedom movement was impacted. And it is that energy of Bengal which is also going for scams now. Big PDS scam, big multi-crore scam, big. But छोटे लोगों का पैसा को चोरी कर रही हो. What is your midday meal scheme size? 160 million midday meals have been robbed. 160 million midday meals worth 100 crores of rupees has been over-reported. Over-reported diplomatically बोल रहे हैं भाई. We are saying diplomatically over-reported. मतलब क्या है? I have to feed 100 children, but I am saying I am feeding 160 million children. Dimension देखिए. Look at the dimension of this scam. And from who? The poorest of poor children. Manush. Please go back to Manush. 160 million midday meals worth 100 crores. And kitne mahine mein? It didn't take years for them to do it. April to September 2022. Khatam. Within 6 months, 160 million meals have been looted. Bachchon ka. Gharib bachchon ka. Okay. Come to the other. Financial misappropriation and malpractices worth 2 lakh crores. Not just 2 lakh. Not just 1 lakh. Not just 50,000. Not that 20. 2 lakh crores was detected by the CAG in March 2021. It was flagged for irregularities. What were the irregularities? Deliberately delaying utilization certificates, unaccounted contingency spending, and thousands of crores going into personal deposits of people who are otherwise not entitled to have it. 2 lakh crores. Again affecting the poor. And example ke liye, the fourth one, teacher recruitment scam. For who comes to take the job as a teacher? And for which schools? Not some international school. It's a government of West Bengal school for people living in urban or rural areas, for poor or middle class families. How many jobs? 23,000 jobs. They were all recruited illegally. Supreme Court had to say nothing doing. This is totally illegal. And what did the Supreme Court say? It also said, ask them to pay back the money, which was given to them in the name of salaries. Any other time it would have looked, oh my God, 23,000 people who just have taken jobs as teachers. You want them to pay back their salary. But fundamentally it was illegal. The recruitment itself was illegal. And I'm not saying it. Supreme Court has said it is illegal. And the minister who is in charge of education, Minister Partha Chatterjee, was arrested. And was he just arrested? Crores of rupees were taken. The money taken as bribes were all there. And he was state education minister. Manush. Khane, Manush. Padne, Manush. रोजगार मानुष, गरीब आदमी का जो 3 चीज अवश्य होता है, his food, his education, his work. In all the 3, tolabazi, mafia, corruption. This is how TMC has literally, culturally made Bengal valueless. It is hurting to say this. And I'm sure there will be a league of people from TMC who will say, who are you to come and lecture to Bengal? Are you from here? You're outsider. How dare you come and... Bol do bhaiya, jitna chahiye bol do. Please say. But you can't deny one of which I've told you. Can you deny? Can anyone deny? Denial can give anything? No. People of Bengal know it today. I'm only making sure that it is reminded yet again to all of us. Reminder karta rehna chahiye. We have to go on reminding ourselves that this is how Bengal has been looted. The common people of Bengal are suffering, and all of us who are sitting here, particularly Vishisht Nagrik, मैं हाथ जोड़कर request कर रही हूं, please make this Bengal rise again. It is in your hands. Bengal has to rise again to lead India. Bengal has to rise again to lead India. You can't allow this. Come to the betrayal of Ma. Sandesh Kali is just a big kalank. Institutionalized violence. And this person who is now open and shut case, everybody knows his name. 55 days he lived without being arrested because of protection offered. No, he cannot be arrested. We'll make sure that he won't be arrested. They're not saying it in public. But for a Bengal government, 55 days you couldn't arrest him? 55 days, and the pressure on Bengal government, pressure on everybody, and the women talking about it was a shocker. But 55 days he was not arrested. Even now, what is happening in Sandesh Kali is literally, curdling my stomach when I think of it. Those women are being oppressed. How dare you speak? How can you come and publicly say what you put up with, what you've endured? And the state machinery is being fully utilized to shut those women down. उनको चुप कराने के लिए पूरे व्यवस्था, सरकारी व्यवस्था को दुरुपयोग कर रहे हैं. But I don't think it is an isolated incident. It's come, the scale of Sandesh Kali is frightening, the scale is worrying, and women have come out. Till now you wouldn't have had women coming out with courage. But what is the approach of the state government? The approach of the state government in every offense against women has been not just denial, victim shaming. The woman who went through this horrendous crime will be put to shame again, saying, "Aise kuch nahi hua. Nothing happened like this. You're bluffing. You're saying this under pressure from somebody. Somebody is giving you money to say." I can't believe this. Will a woman under whatever duress come and say these horrific things outside? I like to remind you when I say this, victim shaming is a method used by TMC to shut up women who come out with courage. Imagine what happened to the victim in Park Street rape case of 2012. Wasn't she told that it is all concocted incident? Ab jhoot bol rahi ho, aise kuch nahi hua. Wasn't it said that time? Am I saying something wrong? 2012 Park Street rape case victim was told, "You're concocting this." In April 2022, a 14-year-old girl was raped brutally and murdered. Instead of arresting the criminal, they said, "No, you don't exaggerate. It is a love affair gone rogue. Something wrong with the love affair, otherwise this wouldn't have happened." Arre, even if the love affair went wrong, will you rape and murder? And after rape and murder, do you want to justify that by saying it's a love affair which went wrong? What kind of justice is being dispensed here? Even before the courts can take the matter up, you're already pre-deciding it. Victim shaming again. So victim shaming, intimidating, and making people to shut up is done without a hesitation across the state. Wherever there is a crime, a set of hooligans will come on you and say, "No way, you can't go there, you can't come out of your house, you can't speak." Clearly frightening everybody out and then saying nothing of that kind happened. These are just a few examples of the atrocities against women. And today, in spite of all this being in your face, equally this pressure tactic, victim shaming tactic, the kind of pressure which is being put on those people continues unabated. Just a little more on the Mati. We said about Ma, we said about Manush, now on Mati. Stealing land from the poor, from the Adivasi and Dalit families. Sandesh Kali has these elements also in it. Not just the women. Instead of supporting the poor, TMC is supporting land mafia, grabbing land and stealing land from the poor. The prime accused of the Sandesh Kali has been accused also of forcibly occupying land in that area and paddy cultivating rich lands have been pumped with salt water that it cannot any longer cultivate paddy. Usko barbad kar do. And forcing villagers to give up on their wages and welfare payment. It's not a small offense. It is a large canvas. Torture women, take them to any level of, physical abuse, take the land, ask them to deny their wages, extract money from them. A complete comprehensive package of completely disturb that social harmony there. In February 2024, women from the Panchla town in Howrah district, another example for the land, Mati, in Howrah district, protested illegal land grabbing by local TMC leader. Imagine, they're not even ministers. Ministers are doing it themselves. But local TMC fellows have so much power, arrogance, confidence that they can do anything and the system will protect them. A local TMC leader, Sheikh Khalil Ahmed, and his own goons started torturing women of the village. And as they were protesting, why did he start torturing the women? Because they protested the illegal filling of their local pond. Are a common sampatti hai bhai. It's a common public good. A pond in a village has water. Some people will take fish out of it. The water generally is used for everybody. He's filling it all up. And later he'll grab that land. And that when people protest, those women are being tortured. So Mati ka har tara kabza karne ke liye, with protection offered. One of the ways in which they want to frighten people off because they are getting the land is to put their hand on their women. Women ko pakdo, women ko harass karo, torture karo, get going with the land grabbing as well. So, Ma, Mati, Manush, all the three are just there for you to believe that they are working for these three. No, behind it, all the three are being completely tortured, harassed to promote their own setup of hooligans. Okay, you don't do anything, you support all these people. The central government is doing some bit for poor people. I won't even allow that to come into my state. So genuinely you have no care for the Manush, but because all over the country it's happening, even Bengal can benefit from it. No, I shall not allow it. I'll give you the examples. Ayushman Bharat scheme, no way. Doesn't come. 5 lakh to a family per year. No, I shall not allow my poor to benefit from it. Does this have an impact on the people? Yes, it does. And I'll tell you how. Bengal's ailing health care, it's so bad that people from Bengal are now seeking treatment in faraway states like Tamil Nadu, Telangana and Kerala. I know hospitals in Bengaluru, Chennai or in Hyderabad who have reported that in their outpatient wards, 50% or more is patients from Bengal. All the 3 towns which have several multi-speciality hospitals have said that the outpatient wards have more than 50% people from Bengal in the OPDs. There is a train which goes, very old one. I've traveled by it when I come from Chennai to Kolkata, Coromandel Express. It is known as Bengal Patients Train because people from here travel to Chennai and they go to Apollo's and other private hospitals for treatment. And I think I've said this once before when I spoke in Bengal. A lane which connects that road to the hospital, the corporate big hospital, has medical stores on both the sides. In a Tamil Nadu, where even Hindi boards are not allowed because of anti-Hindi, Bengali boards are allowed in that street. Bengali boards in pharmaceutical companies and pharma shops, medical stores have Bengali boards. That's the number of people who are going for treatment, and that one street which has possibly 15-20 medical stores on either side will have boards in Bengali. So not just Ayushman Bharat. 25th February 2024, Prime Minister Modi dedicated 5 aims to the nation, and one of them was in Kalyani in Kolkata, which is not even 80 kilometers from here. Similarly, Bengal refuses to participate in aspirational district programs. Nearly 112 districts all over the country, under the direct monitoring of the Prime Minister. Every month he holds a review meeting at the district collector's level through a Pragati, that's the name of the program, Pragati program, where he sits with the district collectors to see how best that aspirational district can improve. And if I remember the number correct, excluding Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand and Orissa have 40 districts between them. And they've all shown drastic improvements. They've come up. Bengal refused to participate in this. Said, no, who are you to monitor my aspirational districts? I'll keep them as backward as I want. कुछ उसमें आगे बढ़ने का उम्मीद नहीं रखो, आप monitor ना करो. So Bengal's aspirational districts are not monitored by anybody. By anybody. Prime Minister cannot. At least are you doing it? No. Just a data to show that there's lack of foresight in the state. Electricity production. Continuously state governments will have to keep investing in renewable energy. Even now some states spend money on thermal power. You need to go on improving capacity, efficiency and so on. The national average, all states put together, is about 4.7% go on investing for power generation. Total expenditure on energy, national average is 4.7%. In Bengal, it is 1.2%. No wonder you will have power shortages. No wonder you will have problem about enough supply of power in Bengal. This is causing immense power shortages in the state. Again, the center might build national highways. We might give 10,000 crores, which is what we have given for Bengal. For capital expenditure between 2021 and today, all that apart. Average expenditure on roads and bridges across all Indian states is 4.6% of the total expenditure. and I'm giving you 23-24 number. However, in Bengal, it was only 2.4 for the same period. National average is 4.6%. Bengal's is 2.4%. In Jal Jeevan Mission, where you're taking water through pipes to the house, the slowest progress is happening in Bengal. While the national average is 76%, meaning we've reached 76% of all the targeted houses, Bengal is only at 48%. Under PM Awas Yojana, Bengal government, again like in Ayushman Bharat and an aspirational district, denied and deprived eligible families of houses, allotted houses to party workers instead. Eligible people didn't get it, but party workers got it. And that is from central government. I don't have a problem with that. But I have a problem if central government houses go to the eligible people. I've already spoken about Manrega, where poor people come on demand saying, I want a job. I don't have, please give me. 25 lakh fake Manrega job cards were created. 25 lakh fake job cards. I told you about Manush. Hit at the Manush. Genuine 25 lakh people could have got it. No, they're probably waiting. I've made 25 fake, 25 lakh fake, I've given them. Work which cannot be taken up under Manrega was taken up. Public funds were used for private tea gardens for Manrega, and recovery where it was told on the basis of CAG report where the recovery had to happen for wrong payments. Instead of recovering the money from whom it was given, it was taken from the state exchequer and paid back. जिनसे वो गलत पैसा गया उनसे पैसा वापस नहीं लेते हुए दोबारा स्टेट के खजाना से उस पैसा को ले आकर के आप भरपाई किए. So 2 times you are cheating the public money, cheating the public by taking their money and giving it to wrong people, and when that was found out and when that was demanded saying bring that money back, you again took it from your own state exchequer and filled it up. That is Manush, attacking the Manush. You don't give genuine fellows who need the job. You create fake characters, 25 lakh. You pay wrongly. When that money had to be brought back, you didn't bring it back. Instead, you take taxpayers' money again to pay it back. So, I appeal, instead of protracting my conversation, Purvodaya is what Prime Minister Modi wants to do. Eastern states should become not developed, not just developed. They should become the engine for Vikasit Bharat. We want all the 4 states from the east. Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar and Orissa. Prime Minister Modi goes on saying, Purvodaya, I want this east to rise and become the engine for India's development and to reach the goal of Vikasit Bharat by 2047. Sonar Bangla is what we want. So I would appeal to you to be clear that in order to get Sonar Bangla back, it's all of us who will have to work to at least bring that knowledge to the public that what we are sitting and enduring today is going against Ma, going against Mati, going against Manush. What we did, I think many times you would have heard, 7.32 lakh households were provided with household electrification in Bengal. AIIMS Kalyani was inaugurated. Upgradation of 4 medical colleges have happened. Establishment of Cancer Institute in the state and 11 new medical colleges across various districts have all happened. Under PM Kisan, 42 lakh farmers have received Samman Nidhi. PM Gramin Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, 6 crore beneficiaries in Bengal get free food grains under the free ration scheme. 1.23 crore Ujjwala beneficiaries live in Bengal. 52 lakh households have been sanctioned under the PM Awas Yojana, rural and urban put together. 5 crore Jan Dhan accounts have been opened here. 4.6 crore Mudra beneficiaries, of whom 75% are women, and 2.4 lakh crore is the amount dispersed. 1.8 lakh street vendors have been covered under the PM Swanidhi Yojana. Besides this, 1,100 kilometers of railway sections have been laid. 13,810 crores has been given for railway projects in this vote on account budget of 24-25, 3 times more than what was average on an average given between 2009 and 14. 5 Vande Bharat trains have been operationalized. 98 railway stations are being redeveloped under the Amrit Bharat scheme. Since 2014, 21,000 kilometer rural roads have been built in Bengal. 1,200 kilometers roads, which are national highway roads, have been created, with 2,171 kilometers upgraded as well. You know, under the Bharatmala Pariyojana Yojana, you have Varanasi, Ranchi, Kolkata corridor, Kharagpur to Siliguri corridor also being constructed. First underwater metro station is also in Bengal. I've already mentioned that over 10,000 crores have been given for asset building in Bengal. So, with this much said, the one-line message is Bengal has to rise again. Bengal has to lead the way again. You are our thought leaders. You are our industry engine. You should get back to what you contributed to the manufacturing in India as you did it in 1947. Today's industries need to come here. Your healthcare should be improved. Your education needs to be improved. Above all, you deserve a corruption-free, violence-free government. So, with those words, I conclude my address, but my appeal is, we cannot afford Bengal